Hey everyone, it's your Peacekeeper coming at you with an epic battle replay in the USS Alabama. The Alabama, as you guys know, is no longer for sale. Oh, if you missed it, you're missing out. This ship is an insane amount of fun. You should also check out my review of this ship on my channel if you haven't already. Basically, if you're looking for a North Carolina that handles way better and is far more maneuverable, this was the ship to get. So if this ship actually ends up coming back and you can actually buy it, I definitely recommend you pick it up because it's totally worth every penny you spend on it. And it will come back, and if you like U.S. battleship play, even if you don't like U.S. battleship play, you can totally rock out in the ship and do quite a good bit of damage. So this map is Okinawa, and we're going to start off by going towards BC because that's generally where most teams go on this map. I absolutely hate going to BC. I hate this map in general. This map works really well for ships that have either a lot of concealment or are very tanky. I'm in a battleship that actually has pretty good concealment, so yay, we got both. So we're going to play around with that to our advantages a little bit here. We're going to start off going to BC, as I said, just to kind of see what ends up happening. Now, the Alabama, just for those of you who don't want to watch I think it's like 30 minutes, the how to play or the premium ship review on it. The Alabama is essentially the North Carolina with slightly worse AA. It has more 20mm Oerlikons for like 2 less. 40mm Bofors or 3 less Bofors. You have less of the Bofors, but more of the Oerlikons, the 20 mils. But the ship's armor profile is like an Iowa's. And so, unlike the Iowa, though, you don't have the above water citadel, which is nice. And to add to that, your accuracy is actually slightly worse than the North Carolina is. So all of that combined makes for a very interesting ship. You have a 12.2 kilometer detect range, which is larger than the North Carolina. But the trade-off there is, of course, you are far more maneuverable. And I don't mind the slightly larger detection range with this ship. So we've got an Iowa over here, just starting off out the bat. A little bit of a quick spamming of the M key to see what angle he's at. He's not really presenting a good profile to us. You can see that on the mini-map as well. And my division mate... Oh, ouch. Big hit on the Iowa. My division mate is sending his aircraft over top of me, so that the aircraft that he's going to be engaging will actually end up taking some hits. But we shoot at the Iowa here. Ooh, taking some fire there. And we get a single normal pen for 4,300 damage. Well, that's not working out. We probably should be turning ourselves around here. We don't want to get too far ahead of all the rest of our ships. As you can see, nobody is going anywhere of any use. I've got this broadside Miyoko to me. It's a tier 7 cruiser that is just dying to get citadeled, so let's see if we can indulge him a little bit. Oh, torpedo spotted. We need to straighten out. We're going to take one. Hopefully I can take it on the hard part. Ooh, double citadel. 36,000 damage on that Miyoko. Sorry, Kutuzov. We did end up taking that torpedo on the belt, and so as a result, we did not end up taking a flood, which was actually quite nice. We didn't really take that much damage in general. I mean, 13,000 damage. I suppose it could be... I suppose less would have been nice, but it's alright. We don't need those hit points right now anyway. So we are now going to go ahead and look towards the stuff in C because we have no support at B to cap B. And unfortunately, I pushed this Kutuzov out of his smoke. I feel kind of bad about that. I wasn't intending to hit him, but that's what ended up happening. We're going to shoot at this Bismarck. He's presenting the best profile we've got right now. Oh, no, Mahan. Can we get the Mahan? Waiting for those guns to come up. The guns are up. And we shoot. If those hit, man, he's going to end up dying. If they hit, nothing. All right, well, he's being sneaky. So we're going to go ahead and turn away because there are definitely more ships down there than there are us. And all of them are their heavy hitters, with the exception of 2 battleships which are up north, dealing with a cruiser and a battleship, plus our carrier. Hopefully that can get taken care of here. We're going to go ahead and continue to shoot at this Bismarck as opposed to the Miyoko. I really don't want to waste the salvo on the Miyoko to get the kill. I guess maybe I probably should have, given the fact that I got one overpen that did no damage. I don't know how that works out, but somehow it did. Down goes a destroyer. We are definitely down in the dump points-wise, so we need to get our game up. And guns come up and shoot at this Bismarck again. However, if I was paying attention a little bit better there, I would have noticed that he was still turning in, and I would have launched him just a touch shorter. That way we could have gotten a couple more hits out of this. One overpen for, 1,300-ish damage. Well, our northern flank is falling apart. They've got a cruiser and a battleship up there still. Our one battleship is up there. We need to go help him. And we are going to just let ourselves disappear here. If we can get away from whatever it is that's detecting us. Man, it's really one of the harder things to deal with when you're, in a stealth... There we go. When you're in a stealth build battleship, it's one of the more difficult things to deal with. And, gonna go ahead and see if we can't assist with this ship up there. Now, there is a destroyer somewhere in B, but when you're in a stealth build, it's really annoying to be constantly detected. That's where I was going with that. Let's maybe get this Edinburgh. Yeah, it's too hard to see him. Okay, what about this collar? Oh, I'm detected. Oh, hey! Shiratsuyu! Yep. We should probably turn in on that. Set our secondaries to fire on him as the priority. Not that it truthfully matters too much. And whoa! 6,500 damage to him. I know that his torpedoes are coming in. You see there that I cut the speed and then I turned over real hard. That all together just really quite helps out. And you can see here, there's his torpedoes. My secondaries got him. Nice. I guess U.S. battleship secondaries are overpowered. And we end up taking a torpedo on the nose, but it hits the torpedo bulge, so it only did half damage. Nice! You gotta love the Alabama's 50% reduction in torpedo damage. That is by far one of the nicest things about this ship. Now, things are looking kind of grim here. We've lost 3 destroyers and a cruiser to their battleship cruiser and 2 destroyers, but they have all 3 caps. That's not good. We need to address that. Whoa. And there's Al getting a big hit with his torpedo bombers on that Colorado. Yeah, poor Colorado, your Tier 7 anti-aircraft doesn't do anything to Tier 8 airplanes. Even U.S. battleship doesn't. And we're going to shoot at him once more. We're going to continue our engagement of him. Try and help this Missouri out. See if we can't kill this Colorado before he takes out our Missouri. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And so this leaves us with this Edinburgh and the Colorado up here. None of the battleships to the south can really do any damage. I'm not presenting a very good profile to them. And so we got plenty of opportunity here to go ahead and get in this. Now I've instructed the Mogami to go to the cap. Colorado wins. All right. And, oh, hey, we got a Citadel on that Edinburgh. And the Mogami is going to go for the cap. We don't need him up here at B. We got myself, and I think it's a North Carolina that's over there. Go ahead and shoot at this Edinburgh. Yep, okay. A little bit further down. Maybe we'll get him. Well, we hit him. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, we overshot him on the second salvo. Well, all right. We got to prepare ourselves here. That NC that's beside us is shooting at that Colorado. Oh. Get ourselves lined. Whoa! Detonated him. Didn't need my help. Well, since that's happened, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive on into A. That Edinburgh is going to have a hard time taking me out with the, the 1,300 hit points that he has. Or is it 139? 139 hit points that he has. Literally all he needs is a poke with a set of dive bombers, and he could totally be out of this fight for the long haul. Our Mogami is in the middle trying to cap B, but there is a destroyer on the other side of the island there. Unfortunately, this Mogami is going to kind of red mist, I think, and not a real good sign. Oh, come on, Mogami, get that destroyer. Okay, so Al is going for the dive bombers. Can he do it? Can he do it? Continuing to look at other ways to try and help out here as much as we can. Dive bombers missed! Alright, well, my guns are up. We'll go ahead and shoot. And get this Edinburgh out of this fight. Down he goes. So we're now up to 2 kills and 70,000 damage in this battle. We're going to cap A and move towards B. Now, their entire fleet is pretty much all down at C. Our fleet is kind of doing... I don't know what it's doing, actually. We've got battleships that are, like, way in the back, all the way up by our carrier on the C9 line. Like, what are you doing back there, dude? You're in a battleship. You're supposed to get up into these engagements, not hide from them. And you can see here, it's not like I've been hiding from them at all, and quite the contrary, actually. Now, my recommendation is if you are going to come up to A, I definitely recommend stepping off this island further than I am. I would go up more towards the north, and that will allow you to shoot over this island much easier. Now, the North Carolina and the Alabama are going to have enough gun arc that it's not usually going to be too much of an issue. But just so you know, if you're further away from the islands, you can actually launch stuff over them much easier. Now, there, we lost 2 shells from the front guns, and I think we're going to lose 2 of them again and only have the 1. So, as you can see, we probably want to go ahead and utilize far, far better spacing off this island to actually shoot over it better. Thankfully, there's this lower portion here at the end. Unfortunately, I still don't heed my own advice here, and I am still far, far too close to this island to actually engage any of these ships. And they're not presenting the world's greatest profile anyway. So their 1 destroyer is still alive. Oh my goodness. That destroyer has been the bane thus far of this game for us, I think. We don't really have much of a way to answer him. We've got a Bismarck and a North Carolina steaming at us, full steam ahead. We're not detected, which is good. Their Lexington or Shikaku or whatever it is off doing who knows what. Ooh, we got this Missouri. Oh! This is what I'm saying. If I was further away from this island, I would have been able to shoot at this Missouri and add multiples upon multiples of citadels to him. But unfortunately, we aren't, and the end result here is that we don't get to shoot at him just now. We're going to keep going through. Unfortunately, we're going to get detected by this Bismarck here pretty soon. There's the detection circle. But thankfully, the Missouri is coming backwards. What a great thing for him to do. And of course, we got torpedo bombers going in. We take our shot at him. Dispersion kind of screws us a bit. But, hey, we get 2 penetrations in a citadel for 20,000 some odd damage. Fantastic amount of damage. Very useful. This Fletcher is still very annoying, but we need to kill this Missouri as fast as we can. Get these guns out of this fight. We need the points as well. He's got 3,000 hit points left to go ahead and shoot. And somebody else gets the kill. Colorado gets the kill. Well, that's nice. Well, now we're left with a choice. We've got a North Carolina and a Bismarck. Now, generally speaking, I don't recommend taking this engagement lightly because a Bismarck is a force to be reckoned with. A North Carolina supporting him is an even bigger force to be reckoned with. Thankfully, this North Carolina presents himself in a manner in which I am more than willing to accept his positioning, and 21,200 hit points just lopped right on off. And we are going to go ahead and turn away from this as best we can to mitigate damage as best we can. Now, if you're one of those people who listens to Flamu religiously, you'll know that there's only 16 millimeters of armor back there, right? This is a terrible idea. Wrong. The actual armor scheme on this... Ooh, shooting HE at me. Nice. Take another 11,000 off. Actually, on the rear of the Alabama, you can't see it in the armor viewer because of the way that the armor viewer doesn't show certain internal structures. But there's actually an armored box back there for the steering gears, and that's what's actually back there. Now, this is definitely patience. This NC makes mistake after mistake after mistake here. He does 9,000 damage, which is a good amount of damage, but I take 28,000 off of him because he presented just a little too much of a profile. Had he stayed angled, I would not have been able to actually do much in the way of damage to him. And between the Bismarck secondaries, which, by the way, the Bismarck is nose into me, his secondaries aren't doing anything. Pro tip, if you're playing a Bismarck, you want to present an angle so your secondaries are helping you. But this North Carolina, he could have easily made the decision to just wait, be patient. But he ends up not doing that, and as a result, he ends up taking quite a bit of punishment for it. Now, once again, the key here is patience. You notice I didn't blow my wad. Well, I just got close quarter expert. I didn't blow my wad there before, but here it is. I held off and I shot at a moment I thought was going to be ideal. He turned in at the last moment because he saw me shoot. I turned back to this profile where I'm exposing more belt than I am anything. This angle minimizes the amount of damage that I'm going to take. I still take 8,000 damage in normal pens because he knows where to aim. But once again, patience. So he starts to open up again, and now we're going to secure the kill. Down he goes. And so the moral of that lesson there is, again, patience. When it comes to shooting at ships that are bowing to you, if they ever choose to use their rear guns, they are going to expose enough of a profile that these Mark 8 16-inch shells will just eat up. So you just got to be a little patient, wait for them to expose just a little bit too much broadside, then punish them for it. And that's how you win that fight. Of course, having a carrier captain in your division with a torpedo bomber set ready for that poor old Bismarck there, that definitely helps. It's like having the AC-130 in Call of Duty on backup. Like, dude, I need some help. All right, I'm on my way. So now we got to go back towards B and C to see if we can't get rid of this destroyer and this carrier. Yes, congratulations all around. That was actually a really good fight. Well played. And RNG screwed him just as bad as RNG is about to screw me. So don't feel too bad. Oh, I do like this ship. It is a lot of fun. It's just a solid ship all the way around. It plays real well. It is a little soft and a little squishy, but it's not like it's so soft and squishy that there's no way to mitigate damage at all. It is possible. You just gotta angle yourself a little bit more than you would like. Okay, so Fletcher long-range shot. This is more or less a pot shot than it is anything. This is not what I was referencing with the RNG kind of screwing me here. It's close, though. We'll go ahead and burn that repair, and this is a good example of the reasons why Superintendent isn't always the best option for a captain. Notice that we are not going to get to use our last repair, because by the time the repair party consumable comes back up, the game will be over. We only got 2.5 minutes left to find this last... Oh, there's the carrier. Man, he's coming towards us. He's making life easy. What about these shells and that Fletcher? Are we going to get the Fletcher? I don't know, but either way, if we don't kill this Lexington and Fletcher, it is going to be a bad day because they have more points than we do, and there's no way based on the timer that we are going to catch up. We need to get kills, and we need to get them fast. Thankfully, the Fletcher goes down. That means all we have to do is kill the Lexington, and we win this battle, which is just... This is down to the wire. Minute 45 to go in this match. We are up to 165,000 damage, 4 kills, 5 Citadel hits, 1 cap, 2 close quarters experts in a U.S. battleship. Who would have thought? This Lexington is launching aircraft still. Our shots are on their way, and they miss. Still not RNG's is screwing me. You'll see in a minute what I'm talking about when I say that RNG's has really screwed me out of this. And it'll come right at the end of the match, so you'll have to pay very close attention to it if I miss it. I'm thinking about it, so I probably won't miss it. So this Lexington is presenting a really weird profile to us, but his flight deck You know, not enough to stop me from doing 13,000 damage, getting high caliber and Confederate out of this. Wouldn't surprise me if we got a Dreadnought out of this, too. So here's what I'm talking about. Well, watch this salvo. Watch the Lexington's hit points. And we're dealing with the dive bombers here, but watch the hit points on this Lexington. You what? 440 hit points? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, 440 hit points away from getting a crack in. That's all right, though. 195,633 damage, 4 kills, 5 citadels, a cap, 2 close quarters expert, Dreadnought high caliber, and Confederate. 11,653 XP and 800,680 credits. 3,046 base XP, 13 aircraft shot down. Here's a detailed report where you can see high oh, that was the secondaries. It's like, what? Who was shooting high explosives? And of course, the credit and XP screen, in which we get 700,000 credits from that match. That was a great match. Absolute joy. Love this ship to death. You know, if you missed out on the opportunity to buy it, you need to buy it. Anyway, I'm your Peacekeeper. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.